Hey guys, Dion here. So it was recently brought to my attention in a Discord that I'm in that Goku would supposedly beat Naruto. Now, I'm not sure who's capping, because it ain't me, but that's not facts. The fact of the matter is, Naruto would win 100% of the time. Goku would lose. In fact, you know, it's relatively easy to prove why Goku would lose. And let me just say, first off, this is the whole reason here. I will make a YouTube video of these facts, and I'm gonna hold up to my word. Okay, we have to find a similar scale between Naruto referencing to someone in Dragon Ball. So I would like to think that Naruto, his power is not unlimited. So this Goku versus Broly fight here is not one we can compare to. Goku versus Jiren, sure, we could compare it to that, but I don't think Naruto has the same endurance as Jiren. So for this to be kind of like similar, I would say maybe lesser in skill. So I would say Naruto might be around the level of either Goku Black, which is technically Goku, but just in a different form, or we're going to have to compare him to Jiren. He's around those two levels, and you'll see why in just a minute. So when talking about Naruto, we really have to go to his strongest form, and I would firmly believe his strongest form is Sage of Six Paths. And this is the end of Shippuden, where Naruto and Sasuke go at it, Sage of Six Paths form. Now, when they go at it, I think this says that they were fighting for about 3 days total. Okay, so one thing I definitely think needs to be exactly established in this, to the finest point, is if this is going to be an anime or a manga fight. If this is anime fight, then the highest form we're going to give Goku is UI, and it's going to be unperfected since he did not perfect it in the Tournament of Power. Naruto would be getting Sage of Six Paths since that is his strongest form. Boruto is not going to be counted since I firmly believe the Hokage form that he is definitely weaker than the Sage of Six Paths form, and we're going to go by his strongest forms only. So with these, we gotta establish what abilities they can use, and what other attributes they have. So Goku, he's going to have increased speed. He's going to be able to react on his own without thinking. But that's only going to last for around 2 minutes. And then he's going to be severely crippled. But Goku does have other forms besides that, because I'm sure as the fight starts, he's not immediately going to go Ultra Instinct. But we do have to establish what forms those are also. He might stay in base form. Base form, he's just going to have regular stats. Basically, he can match Naruto, and Naruto's not powered up either, so we're not going to go too much into that. I'm just trying to keep this short. He does have Super Saiyan 1. Super Saiyan 1 might give him just increased power. He might be able to hit Naruto back a little further, but that's the extent of Super Saiyan 1. It's not really anything too flashy. We do have, I think we're going to go also Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, which is his blue hair form. We're going to say that this is going to be the form that he uses most of the fight, because this is going to be his go-to. With this, also, he does have Kaioken. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but I'm going off a whim here. And with Kaioken, he is going to be able to increase his power and speed somewhat, like XX fold or whatever. However much he wants to increase that by. It's not going to matter, and I'll show you why. But this is just going to be more increased power. And I don't think it really increases speed, to be honest. think it just increases his power, lets it be in a more natural state. With Naruto, of course, he's not going to be always in Sage of Six Paths form, but what Naruto does have for him are, for example, he does have Sage Mode. He has the Sage of Six Paths, which we have up there. He also has other abilities like Shadow Clones. Pretty handy when you're trying to out-sustain someone or outlast them, which for Goku, this UI perfected, it's going to last about 2 minutes. So even if Goku uses this form, 2 minutes tops. Naruto, Sage of Six Paths, I believe that lasted for 3 days. 3 days he was able to sustain this form. And in this form, he had immense chakra. And he had also QBs. I don't think that's how you spell it, but you know what I mean. But this is a good point here. So the Sage mode, right? If he wants to hit back at Goku as hard as Goku's going to hit back at him, he's going to be in Sage mode. Naruto's going to be able to read whatever moves he has in Super Saiyan 1 in base form, basically. He's going to be in Sage mode. He's going to be able to do what he can. I don't think he's going to throw out any Rasen Shurikens or anything like that. Mainly because Goku is just going to clash it with a Kamehameha. There might be one just to establish that, hey, I got this up my sleeve. And that's about that. They're not going to be throwing that stuff around. This is mostly going to be a close quarters fight. They're going to be exchanging blows. But then here's where the Shadow Clones come in. Yes, Shadow Clones do dissolve after getting punched like once. But with Naruto, there can be literally thousands of them in his Sage of Six Paths mode. He basically has almost unlimited chakra for... You know what, I'm going to nerf Naruto here. We're going to say 2 days. Because at 3 days, when he was fighting Sasuke for 3 days straight at Final Valley, he was like, at the end of 3 days, they were just basically like slapping each other. So we're going to say that for 2 days, Naruto can sustain up to maybe like thousands of clones. Maybe hundreds, but we'll nerf it. We'll say hundreds of clones at a time. And we're definitely nerfing that. I know there's definitely been like 2000s that he summoned. He summoned a way more than this. But they're not going to be all immensely powered up. They're going to be basically weak, fodder, just anything to stall. You could argue that Goku's just going to ignore these Shadow Clones. But Naruto has never been one to been caught off guard after summoning Shadow Clones. His opponents have never found out, hey, that's you. I'm going to ignore these Shadow Clones. I think it's happened maybe once. Naruto was totally unprepared for it, but after that, he never got caught again. So we're going to nerf Naruto and say 100 Shadow Clones. Now, this is basically going to counter his UI form. All Naruto has to do is stall Goku for literally a day. Goku's going to be tired. Goku has never fought longer than a day before. Never. After a whole hour, Goku was beat, eliminated from the Tournament of Power. And that brings me to this point, the QBs. Naruto can call on different forms, different elements, different styles. He had a magnet form that was able to bind Madara in Ten Paths form, or Ten Tails form. And Madara's like, what the heck? What is going on? He had to bring out his ocular jutsu to find out what was going on. He had to use his, I'm gonna escape. This is real bad for me. I can't stay here. Does Naruto does Goku have anything to counter that? No, Goku doesn't have anything to counter that. And my final point that I would like to bring up is that these two forms, yes, Goku could annihilate universes or whatever, but he has to do it real quick, real fast. Sure, these both have faults. Naruto has his talk no jutsu, which I think Goku's just probably going to ignore. Maybe have a conversation with him in the fight. Goku also has a history of giving sensu beans out. Like they're candy. Examples. If we're no, this is not gonna be an anime example. He's only done that once for sub. But if we're using manga examples, spoilers now. By the way, spoilers. If you haven't read the manga, turn back now. If we're going by manga, then Naruto's still gonna win. All right, we're switching to manga form. In manga, right now, Goku is fighting. What's his face? Boro something Goro. I don't remember his name. I don't like this fight. But basically Goku's like, hey man, if I give you the senzu bean, will you go to prison? Guy's like, lol, sure. Goku gives it to him and is immediately he eats the planet. And Goku's fault is he's too trusting with people. If he gets him a fight, he'll go for it. Now with Naruto, in the manga, it's recently been established that there is a form that surpasses the Stage of 6 Pass mode, but it's probably going to kill Naruto. There isn't too much lore established right now, but I would highly, highly guess that in this form, Naruto as a Hokage would be definitely stronger than the 6 Pass form. But it's not been established yet. It's kind of iffy. I'm going to wait until November to thoroughly establish that, and I would make a second video on it. But in no way, shape, or form does Goku win in a longer fight against Naruto, and there is no way, with the amount of experience Naruto has, that he's going to get eliminated under 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour by Goku. No amount of speed is going to counter how many clones he can put. No much strength is going to counter his slipperiness, his tenacity, or his, chakra cloak form. None of that is going to matter. He's too slippery. It's been established that he's faster than the 4th Hokage, being the Yellow Flash, who could literally teleport. This man could literally teleport, and he's faster than them. And you're telling me Goku, who, sure, he's fast in Ultra Instinct form, can this man teleport in any of his forms? No, not at all. Naruto can extend his teleportation form for however long. Yes, Goku can get him beat in raw power alone, but is Naruto going to let him? No, Naruto's not even going to let him touch him. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.